Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you guys have had a great work week. It is the weekend is here. We already have a taste of football with the Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings last night, and yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. As I sat down here, now I'm in here actually barefoot. It's kind of crazy that I'm here on this construction site and stuff barefoot, but you know, that's kind of the way it is here. This is actually my home away from home. And I've been working up on the soffit. If you followed the channel, you've seen the insulation that's been stuck in the eaves right there to, you know, keep the place more energy efficient. And finally, after my live stream tonight, I decided I'm going to go ahead and work on this some more, because for me, the way I always go about things, it's my philosophy is anything that I do today, I don't have to worry about tomorrow. So if I get one more piece up, that's one less I have to do tomorrow. But as I sat here, because I've had to pull out some of the nails from the ceiling, and it's crazy. Let me just get a little closer to show this to you. You see this? This is a cut nail. This one is extra sharp. They put these in the wood lath to hold the lath in place so that way they could do the plaster. And when they did these, each nail was made by a blacksmith by hand. You're looking at a 204-year-old nail that was made by a blacksmith, taking a piece of metal and pounding it to make the shape. Nails back then were as good as gold. Yeah, right here. And it's still here. It's still straight, and it's still sharp. It's like a pin almost. Freaking amazing to me. So I thought that after the first two games that the Eagles played, that, you know, they would come back down to earth. We have heard Eagle fans literally talking about that they're the greatest team ever constructed, you know, that the defensive front is going to be so unstoppable. The linebackers are going to be incredible. The secondary is, you know, that they're better. We've been told that the secondary, that they're better than Diggs and crew. That Hargrave is like is better than Micah Parsons, and so on. And I thought, after looking at that game last night, and here's where it's so funny, because the talking heads, they give the Eagles a pass. They say, oh, well, it's early in the season, you know, they're not really in their stride, and they got the win. That's all that counts, is getting the win. When we won 40-0, Dak's got to show us more. Dak's not putting the ball down the field. We have questions about Dak Prescott and the play calling. But they won 40-0. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? Seriously? But I thought for sure, since the Eagles did not look good, that they would come back down to earth a little bit, you know, slow their roll a little bit. Just kind of say, let's wait and see what we got here. You know, maybe have a slice of humble pie and be cool. Tonight was like they were partying like it's 1999 and the end of the world is coming. That shit was crazy. Now, here's my thing. The Eagles played against Minnesota week 2 in prime time last year. They won 27-7. Kirk Cousins had 3 interceptions. The prime time Kirk Cousins, the not ready for prime time Kirk Cousins showed up. This year, against this great defense that everybody's touting on, that we've all been saying, you lost 6 starters and your defensive coordinator, gave up 4 TD passes to Kirk Cousins. And I'd say even worse is they gave 3 up to Mac Jones. I don't think that this is the same team that you had last year because I look at the numbers. Hurts had like 340 yards passing. That was week 2, early in the season. He had 193 this year. But it's okay, Eagle fans. You guys do you. You guys look at it and think that everything is hunky-dory because, as they put it, we got the best record in football. It's like, really, dudes? Really? Only 2 teams have played 2 games. You're really going to hang your shingle on that? Here's my worry. My worry with the Cowboys is they start believing the hype. They start believing we them boys, we that good. Because that's what gets you in trouble. See, I believe that the boys will be the best versions of themselves if they can keep a chip on their shoulder, that they can continue to get disrespected. I think it's the best thing in the world. You know, somebody had sent me a link that was kind of funny. A couple things that are kind of funny, because the thing is you don't know what's real and what's not anymore, what's credible and not credible. Somebody sent me, it was a Facebook post, that breaking news: to keep being viable, ESPN and FS1 are partnering with Dak Prescott to pay him for all the content that they're using about him. We joke about that, but I used to say there ought to be a Dak tax. A Dak tax, because without talking about Dak Prescott, what else do they talk about? Josh Allen turns over the ball more than anybody. They don't talk to him about it like Dak Prescott. He had 4 turnovers this past week. They talked more every single. There was a count, a daily count of how many interceptions in practice. We talking about practice with Dak. Josh Allen has 4. He's just got to stop challenging the ball deep. He's just got to make better decisions. Jalen Hurts, hey, a win's a win. The Cowboys, 40-0. We need to see more from Dak Prescott. Reminds me of that meme where the guy's like, and then they say, Dak Prescott, 40-0 win. Jalen Hurts squeaks by Kirk Cousins, looks like ass. Literally, that's what they do. I just hope the Cowboys show no mercy that Aaron Rodgers is gone, and the Cowboys are in a no-win situation, because what's going to happen is, of course, if they win, they're paying the Jets without Aaron Rodgers. Zach Wilson, he's a nobody. Okay. Because the Cowboys got a break because they didn't have to play, against Aaron Rodgers. All right, so did the Eagles get a break when they didn't have to face Dalvin Cook or Adam Thielen, or say an offensive line that was credible because everybody was hurt on the Minnesota Vikings offensive line? I don't remember hearing any of that from anybody at all. But you know how it is when you them boys. Whew. We got here Tuesday. We'll go back home tomorrow. I'll pick up the big sub on the way home. We'll do our live stream at 5 o'clock. You guys know I stay busy. We got great news from Rasheed today. Rasheed is going to be going to a great rehab facility that he can stay as long as 6 months to make sure that that thing is healed up, that there's no infections, and that he'll be beginning to use his prosthesis. He is excited and is doing great. I am so happy for him. He's been dealing with diabetes really bad for a long time, and this is actually, he had 3 operations now. He had 2 already on that leg, and I found out he had 1 on his other leg. So it's been a tough road, but going to be working with a nutritionist to make sure he's getting what he needs, and he's going to be getting, if you're diabetic, you have to prick your finger, a million times, and being at the hospital with him, every hour on the hour, they're coming through, pricking him and taking blood. I'm like, leave some blood. Leave him some blood. Rasheed kind of skinny. Leave him some blood. But he's getting I guess it's like the Freestyle Libre or whatever. So it's like a monitor, a glucose monitor that attaches. I don't know how it attaches. I don't know if they put it in your bloodstream like one of the PIC lines or whatever. But either way, basically, you just take your thing and sensor, test it so he won't have to get his finger pricked all the time.
Continuous glucose monitor.
Okay, continuous glucose monitor. Is that like the Freestyle Libre?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So continuous glucose monitor or Freestyle Libre. Okay, and no, I'm not getting sponsored by them, but if they would like to send me a check, because Lord knows the pharmaceutical and drug industry's got tons of money, I could use some for the Red Brick House here. But we are not sponsored by that. But he's doing great, and I can't wait to go see him over the weekend. And me and my wonderful bride, I got finished doing my live stream, and I've been working on closing up the soffit here, and it looks so much better. And yeah, I think I'm gonna put another piece or two up before I go to sleep. Let me give you a taste so you can see what I'm talking about here. But it's up here. See this? It used to look like that with the bats of insulation up in there, but I've been going through. You put 2 pieces on each side of it as nailers that are plumb and square, and then you've got to actually cut these so they fit. Like this one, the piece of wood up here, it literally it was like the bark side of the wood, but they used it, so I had to cut the piece of wood to match it. So it just looks so much better when you get stuff like that done. And now it's the beautifying time of the Red Brick House, and it's going to be nice once it's all done. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put up 2 more channels, because that's 2 channels I want to do tomorrow or the next day. And remember, good people, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. And Eagles, sorry, you played like ass yesterday. You played like ass the first week. And this is the soft part of your schedule. If Mac Jones and Kirk Cousins without an offensive line and running backs were able to do that to you, you got Josh Allen. You've got, of course, Pat Mahomes. You got Brock Purdy. And you got your Daddy Dak. As well as other ones on Murderer's Row. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do when the NFL comes for you? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.